I need y'all to see this, man. Weekly profits, $23.47 for this week. First week of January. Bring the new year in with a little bit of extra money, man. $2,300. We charge $120 a day. I'm sorry, not a day. We charge $120 a month to be a part of my group. And in the first week, you just made a huge return on your profits. Nobody is doing this. Nobody is making returns on profit like this. Make sure y'all come join this Discord, man. What's up with y'all today, man? Today we're going to do another recap because today was an enormous day for the SPY. Y'all know how I trade. I like to show y'all what I do, why I did what I did. So in case y'all want to learn a little bit more, y'all can leave a comment, like, and subscribe. Let me know what y'all want to learn. Subscribe so you can get the video when I post it. Also, if you want to just dive right into the deep end of the pool, then we have the Discord group up and running right now. You can go join. Link in the description. But before I get too deep in that, let's just go ahead and jump into this video real quick. Okay, so you can see today is what today is, the 6th. So this is, if you go back and look, if you're looking at this like 30 years in the future, you can go back and look on the 6th of January 2023 and see what I'm finna show you right here. All right, so let's pull this back up. I was just doing analysis over the AMC. So let's go back to SPY. Boom. All right, take SPY back down to the 5-minute. All right. So it's a lot to unpack today because today was a great day, a super trendy day. And my system is best on these kinds of days. But, you know, if you want, you can tweak whatever you want to do. You feel me? All right. So go back to the 1 minute. First, top of the day. I don't normally take trades in the first 5 minutes. So the first 5 minutes here, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 candles I didn't take. But I start seeing you had a big engulfing right here. And then you start getting greed. Okay. This one broke below that line. And then it turned here. Boom. This is my entry point. I entered right here. Set this right about here. No more than 0.1%. If the previous swing low is more than 0.1%, then I don't set it that high. I always set it at 0.1% because if it gets stopped out, it just gets stopped out. It's whatever. So what I did was I set it at first. I set it right here, and it broke straight through. Okay. After it broke straight through, I just moved it down to yesterday's POC, and then bam, I took profits right here. It started to get bought back up. I actually took profits a little bit further, about right here, because when it started to get bought back up, then, you know, you just sell off before anything goes bad. Because, again, this is the top of the day. So you want to capitalize on the momentum, but don't get greedy. So once I start to get bought back up, I sold off and I waited. Okay? Boom. Now, what I do here is, again, y'all know I like to reference the SQQQ. SQQQ, when it's going down on the SQQQ, that means we're going up on the SPY. So around that time, same thing was happening with SQQQ. So I'm like, okay, cool. Just kind of let things pan out the way it's going to pan out. Look back on the 1 minute. We broke above my trend line here, and we broke above my 200 moving average. That's a signal for me. Boom. Trade like a robot. That's my motto. So when we broke that, we closed above this. Y'all see that? Boom. Right here at the open of this, we had 2 signals of entry. We had this signal of entry, and we had this signal of entry was green. 1 second. Yes.
Have you started recording yet?
I am recording right now.
Yeah, sorry for interrupting, but I just wanted to tell you as your editor, it helps me a lot if you just, if you record the intro cut, you know, record the meat cut, and then record the outro cut.
Okay, I'll re-record the intro then. Okay.
Okay, I mean, you don't have to, just for the other ones.
All right.
All right.
Okay, back to it. So you have a entry signal right here. You got an entry signal right here. Remember, out of the 3, I only need 2. Out of the 3, you got your entry signal here. Well, not your entry, but your trend signal. It literally crossed both of these at the same time. That's a good signal for me. So what I do, I go long at 3 to 1. Go long at 3 to 1 at 0.1%. And then we go long at 3 to 1. Boom, we sell right here. Okay, come back down, touch VWAP. Now at this point, we're above all 3. Come back down to retest VWAP and we get rejected. Boom, okay, that's another entry for me because we're still green on everything, all 3. So taking that, boom, green, green. We're crossing back down on this, but again, all I need is 2. All right, put this one right here at 0.1. Bam, and set it at 3 to 1. Now, around this time of the day, what I normally do, I'll wait for it to give me a pullback, and then I just continuously re-enter until I get stopped. So all of these trades, all of these 3 to 1s right here were pretty decent winning trades, honestly. Set that at 0.1. Set this at 3 to 1. So this, I think this was the first one I got stopped out on actually. You wait. I get stopped out. I wait for it because again it turned red. I'm just waiting for it to cross back in the green and give me 2 signals because this one crossed down. Okay, we getting the cross back up. We get green here, and then bam, we close above. We green, green, all above this. Okay, cool. This trade, since it was later on in the day, it was like 9:30. It was like an hour into the day. I chose to hold on to it for a 5 to 1. Set it right here. Held on to that for a 5 to 1 because I knew the trend for the day was pretty solid. Because you come here, you can see the trend for the day is pretty solid, right? Trend for the day is pretty solid. So these are the kind of days where you can pull out a little bit more for each trade, just so you don't re-enter so often. You just leave it in there to accumulate a little bit more, which here is what I did. So you buy, what I do is I buy 2 contracts, a minimum of 2 contracts. So what we do, buy one here, sell one off right here, and then you let the other one run until it takes profit or until it gets stopped out. So what it do, I let it run. And you can see right here, over here, it ran. Bam. And this part right here, I bought a second contract for a different strike price. Just because, again, I knew it was a trendy day, so it was probably going to continue up in the same direction. Now, just because you can make that assumption doesn't make it right all the time. I'm not saying I'm always right, because it could have easily just turned around on me. I bought a reversal right here at this top because I saw this greed. Waited till I had 2 confirmations, bam, and I bought a reversal trade right here. But remember, on reversal trades, we don't take many chances. I only set that at a 3 to 1 because I didn't really care about much of anything else, honestly. Set this at a 3 to 1 and called it what it is, a 3 to 1, and made sure because I noticed that we had this support down here. It touched 2 times and it got caught up at that same area around here. Notice that, and make sure that my take profit isn't further down than that because it's highly unlikely that we'll probably break that, which is that's the kind of things I'll be looking for. So you want to make sure that you give yourself the least amount of resistance when you're looking for take profits and so on and so forth, because that's what I do. You have a way higher chance of hitting your take profits than getting stopped out. Because if you trade against the trend assuming, oh, we're probably going to break this level down here, you probably going to lose out every time, honestly, out of all honesty. So I hit that, boom, took that take profit. I'm still letting this one ride, right? Okay. Since we hit that and we had a reversal, I was being a little more cautious. So I waited, made another entry right here. I don't know if y'all can see that very well, but it's like doubled up right here. Made another entry right here. I bought super cheap contracts here. I was being a little more cautious. Because when you have like big pullbacks like that, and it don't look big on a 5, which is another reason why I entered. But here, you can never really tell. I don't want to say like, oh, you don't want to play with the whatever, but it's really dangerous because you're dealing with income, you're dealing with your money, and you want to be safe with that. So I only bought like 2 super cheap contracts here, but they ended up doing crazy good, and I made sure I had a more open. I opened up my stop loss because I didn't want it to look unrealistic when I showed people this. So I opened up my stop loss a little more so it could stick at a 3-to-1. Because if I told people I set it at a 0.1% and took profits where I did, they'd be like, oh, you hit a 6-to-1, that's insane. When really it's not. It's just the same strategy I've been using. So I just opened it up a little bit to give myself a little bit more slack anyway and keep it at a 3-to-1. So, bam. Also because I felt like it probably was going to get a big pump after that pullback because you hit this support area that was pretty strong right here. So I'm guessing bulls probably became real active right there at those levels. So that's another reason. But I took profits on both of those, right? Both of those took profits. All within this same time span, I had like 3 trades. So that's one trade that I held on to for a minute. But this gave me an opportunity. I took it. Sold at this support level down here at 385.20, and then I caught a ride back up while I was still holding on to this one. That's how you're gonna start seeing a lot of good gains. Is just because you're biased, and I had to realize this myself. I don't normally trade against trend, but today was one of those trendy days where it's like, yeah, I can test it out, especially because it's cheap contracts. I'm not spending like $200 a contract. This one was maybe, I don't even want to say like even that much, but I want to say it was probably around maybe 60, at most $80. But it was probably more close around like the $40 range. So again, on those kind of trades, you want to find those trades as cheap as you possibly can, and without it being too like out of the money, because at that point nobody's gonna buy it from you, or it doesn't have any volume. So even if it does move like it did here, you won't get much motion on your price action. So you wanna be careful about that. That specific trade here, I bought same day expiration. When normally what I do is I buy next day expiration. So the reason for that is if I'm trading on a reversal trades to me are lottos. I'm expecting it to go to 0 if it don't work out. So I'm going to buy that for the same day expiration so I can get a cheaper price on it versus my regular trades following the trend. I buy those on the next day expiration because if they don't go my way, I won't lose as much money because I put a lot more money into those trades. So let's say I put maybe $100 on the reversal trade that expires the same day. I'm willing to lose that $100. I don't really care about it. But the trades where they're following my trend, because the stock can turn around at any point, right? Is nothing is saying like just because it's going this way, it's going to continue this way. There's no rule that says that. So for me, I put more money on those, but I give it an extra day of expiration, because if it was the same day expiration, your premiums would be killed at every time it pulls back. Your premiums getting killed, murdered hard. But the next day expiration is not that. It's not as bad. So whereas I would lose like 60% on each pullback. I would lose 60% on each pullback for the same day expiration. Next day expiration, when I get a big pullback, I'm probably losing 10%. That's why I do it that way. So like if I get stopped out on the same day expiration, I'm probably down like 80% versus next day expiration, I'm probably down like maybe 30%, 30 at max 40%. So it doesn't weigh as heavy. But that also goes for gains. Same day expiration trades. Your gains can go hundreds of percentages if you got that trade correct, right? You can get hundreds of percentages on those good trades. But it's safer. Like if you know what I'm saying, if you want to play that as a lotto, that's great because you got to make it worth your while, right? So like a lottery play, yeah, expect it to go to zero, but also if it doesn't go to zero, you're going to have a lot of money that you play around with, right? So if you are actually holding on to this trade, you have a better chance of it going your way if you get it next day expiration. Just food for thought. But here we go here on this last trade. You got this last trade here, and let me zoom in on this because again, this was a lotto, and you see exactly why I did what I did right here. You see this? You got, let me zoom in on it. Boom, right here. My probability line turned red. My moving average, it crossed over. And my VWAP is all the way down there, right? So I got two of my trades confirmed. This had already crossed over back here. So that's one entry. And right when I entered, all three of my things, my indicators are telling me that this is an entry point, right? Follow the trend, give me my entries. Boom. Come down, and this was a same day contract. So at this point, it's already close to the end of the day. I don't really care about it that much, but I'm gonna make the trade just in case it does go my way. So I bought a contract back to 388, and I sold it at 388.11. Oh no, I didn't. I sold it at 387.85. Perfect. I didn't even recognize I sold it in the money. That's crazy. I didn't even realize I sold it in the money. But yeah, bought a 388 contract. I bought a 388 contract and sold it in the money at the end of the day on a reversal trade. Like those end of the day trades, if you can catch those on reversals, beautiful. They always, and that trade is like, it went insane actually. Well, ain't no point. I would pull it up here, but yeah, forget it. That trade was great. That was probably like the biggest gainer for me because of the fact of like, it went at the end of the day and it was the same day expiration. That last little bump I got back down to 380, beautiful. It panned out great. Everything went good. And that was my day, man. So, all right, that's the video for the day. Hope y'all enjoyed it. Again, if y'all want to see more, definitely don't forget to subscribe, like, leave a comment. Let me know what you want to see. Let me know how you felt about the information I gave. If the way I teach just ain't your speed, I'm open to all kind of constructive criticism. Just be nice to me. Be nice. But also, don't forget, man, if y'all want to jump into the market and you don't know what you're doing or you're not too confident, join the Discord. Super cheap. And y'all can definitely learn a lot from me and my mans. So just join the Discord, man. And I'm not here to tell nobody that it's easy, because it's not. But you have mentors here. You have people that can help you here. So join the Discord and we will help. I'll be sure when you ask questions, there's a community here that if we don't get to you before they do, they will give you the information. And I try to go in and review the information that's being given, just to be sure that it's accurate. But be sure, please be sure, man, go join the Discord. The link is somewhere in the description. Go down there, click that link. You got a 7-day free trial. If y'all join for a 7-day free trial, it costs $120 a month, right? I'm trying to make this as cheap as I possibly can to help anybody who needs the help. $120 a month. This week alone, we did like $2,200. If you're making less than $1,500 a week, come join this Discord. You know what I'm saying? If you're making more than that, come join the Discord. It's a good supplement for your income. You're doing a little bit of nothing. So definitely let us know, man. I appreciate y'all watching this video. And remember, bulls make money, bears make money, but pigs get slaughtered. Peace, love, and all the above. Holla at me.